Well, good morning, and thank you to our uniform fashion show. Thank you for coming this morning on this very rainy morning. I'm Angela DeLeon, and I am the coordinator for the Master's Program for People's United Bank. And this is a collaboration between the Milford Senior Center, the Orange Senior Center, and their triads, and of course, the Westfield, excuse me, not Westfield, the Milford, Westfield, Connecticut Mall. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thanks to the involvement in everybody. We're all here this morning. And this is going to be a fabulous program. And what it is an awareness program. It teaches senior citizens that when they hear at the front door, they know who's behind the door before they open the door. And we were brought up in a totally different time. When someone knocked on our door, what was the first thing we did? We opened it up. We said, come on in. We knew that it was someone that we knew or someone who was coming to repair something or whatever. We weren't afraid, but this is a totally different time. And that's what this program is all about. What we're doing is we're arming you with the weapon of awareness this morning. And I don't want you to think when you go home this afternoon, oh my gosh, I'm really frightened. You know, I'm afraid to stay home alone. I'm afraid that someone will come to my house that isn't supposed to be here. I want you to be aware and to sleep well tonight because you are armed with the weapon of awareness. So this morning, I'd like to introduce someone very special to us from the Westfield, Connecticut Post, and that is Brian Ghost, General Manager. Brian. I'm sorry I goofed up the name. Thank you.
Thank you. The Westfield, Connecticut Post is honored to host the Milford and Orange Triad's Uniform Fashion Show today. Just want to thank the Triad members, People United Bank, the Orange and Milford Senior Centers, and the Orange and Milford Police Departments. And also a special thanks to all the volunteers who made this program special today, including the Westfield employees who spent a lot of hard time to make this event successful today. So thank you for a good day and enjoy the day. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you. I have a little story to tell you. One of the reasons that we do this is because many seniors have been scammed by people coming to their homes and people who were unaware. In Ansonia, I think it was last year, 2 men came to a woman's front door and said they were from the hydraulic company and that there had been a water leak on the street. And she let them in, and they told her they wanted to check the pipes down in the basement. So she took one of the men down to the basement to check her pipes. And you know, he banged on this and banged on that and said, oh, everything is okay. In the meantime, the other gentleman was upstairs, stealing her jewelry and her valuables from her house. They were no more from the hydraulic company than I am. So that was one of the problems that we saw with people letting people into their homes who shouldn't be there. Another one that is very, very close to me, one of my very, very close friends. Her mom lives in Bridgeport. And a woman came to the door, 2 women came to the door. And one woman said to Rita, the woman who owned the house, I used to live in this house, and I absolutely love this house. When I was a little girl, I just loved playing in the backyard, and I especially loved the kitchen in this house. Would you mind if I came in and looked at this house again? And Rita, being very kind, said, oh, of course. 2 women, who could ever think they could hurt you? She opened the door, let the 2 gals in the house. one of the gals went into the cupboard. Now, Rita is the type of person who still scrubs her floor with on her hands and knees. So she is very, very proud of how clean her home is. So the woman brought her into the cupboard and said, "Oh my, look at how your glasses sparkle and how beautiful your dishes are. Oh, could we just stay in here and look at them? They're just so beautiful." Well, in the meantime, the other gal who was with her went into the bedroom and stole her jewelry and some money that Rita had hidden in the house. Well, they thanked her very, very much for letting them see the house, and away they went. The next day, Rita checked to see where her money was. Her money was long gone, and so was her precious jewelry. So you really, really have to be careful. We grew up in a different time. A time when someone knocked on our door, we let them in, and you can't do that. So that's what this program is all about. It's an awareness program about who to let in your house, and our wonderful firefighters and UPS people and so forth are all here to help you today. And now I'd like to call upon Mayor James Risitelli of Milford. Mayor Risitelli, please.
Thank you, Angela. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Milford Orange Triad Uniform Fashion Show. And there are so many people that I'd like to thank. First of all, I want to thank First Selectman Jim Zioli from Orange, who's here today, for being here and supporting this fine effort. I want to thank, of course, Westfield, Connecticut Post Shopping Malls. Westfield is a great corporate partner in the city of Milford and does so much to help the quality of life. Of course, it's a great place to shop, but they do so much more. Just tomorrow morning, we have Safety Day for children, or yes, Saturday morning, Safety Day for children here at the mall. I want to thank United People's, I got to get the name right, People's United Bank for sponsoring today's event, and of course the Milford Senior Center for their collaboration. There are so many different organizations, all of the emergency response teams that are here, from the Milford Fire Department, the Milford Police Department, the Orange Police Department, the AMR, American Medical Response ambulance teams are here, as well as Santa Fuel, UPS, and many others that you'll be meeting in the fashion show. I also would like to thank the Red Hat Society members for escorting the fashion plates that are here today. So this is a great event, and behind it all is making sure that our seniors and our citizens in Milford and Orange are safe each and every day. We want to make sure that the safest place that there can be is in your own home. And if you can't feel safe in your own home, when somebody knocks at your door, then where can you feel safe? And that's what this program is all about, spreading awareness as to how to handle a situation when somebody comes to your door. And so, thank you so much to all of the participants for making this possible. I hope that it's a rewarding day for everyone, especially our seniors, and that it's informative and it's a day full of awareness. Thank you so much for inviting me to be here, and have a great day.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you. And now I'd like to call upon First Selectman James Zioli from the town of Orange. First Selectman. Thank you, sir.
Good morning. I didn't know, I thought I was a guest of Mayor Risitelli today. I didn't realize that I was also going to be asked to speak, but I would like to thank all of those people that the mayor thanked. We won't go through that long list of services and people, but all of our emergency services and delivery service companies that knock on our door, how important it is for all of us, not just seniors, but the young and the old, to know who's knocking on the door. You know, not that long ago, I'll be 48 years old this coming Tuesday, and when I was a kid, yes, a much younger kid, you know, we'd run in and out of each other's house. We'd be at our friend's house. The doors were never locked, and you could go anytime. Now, not only do you lock your doors during the day, but at night, if you have an alarm, you set the alarm and hit the stay button so that in case you don't hear so well or somebody comes in through an opening during the night, you want to know it. And I thank all of these different departments and companies that provided personnel today for being here to show everybody what a person knocking on your door truly should be. And if you're uncomfortable about that, if somebody knocks on your door and you're a home alone, or even if there's a couple of you there and you don't feel that you're still not sure if that's who it should be, you tell them wait and call the company, or tell them they have to come back at another time and have the company call and make an appointment. Don't be afraid to say, I'm sorry, you can't come in now. That's your right in your home, and it's very important in this day and age that you're willing to do that. But also with this, the Orange Senior Center, where's Dennis Marsh? Dennis is here somewhere. Dennis is our senior outreach worker who I had the privilege of hiring, and he truly has become a gem of the community service department. And Dennis, I thank you, and Joanne Byrne, who's our assistant director, and her squad of able assistants sitting by her there today, who always support the Orange Community Center. I'm sure Milford has the same staff of good people down there, and thank you all for coming, and enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, First Selectman. And as the First Selectman said, if you're uncomfortable with who is behind the door, please make sure that if they say they're from the UI company or whatever, you call the company and ask if they've sent anyone, okay? So make sure you know who's behind the door. And this is just a little reminder that you have in your bags. And this should be pasted on the door that you most often open. It's a stop sign, just to remind us not to open the door when we hear a knock until we know who's behind the door. So now we are going to get going with our wonderful fashion show. And our first models, escorted by the Red Hats, the Milford Fire Department, which is a Class 1 ISO rated fire department, which is the highest rating given. The department consists of 5 active fire stations and a vehicle and apparatus repair and maintenance facility. The members of the fire department will only come to your house if they're called. You may see uniforms like this one. Inspector Tom Thornburg and Captain Hayden are wearing today. Inspector Thornburg is wearing a white shirt, and Captain Hayden is wearing a light blue shirt. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Doesn't she look beautiful in the red and purple? Next, we have 2 more firefighters from the Milford Fire Department, firefighter Tom Connors and firefighter Lynch. They are both wearing the blue firefighter uniform. Would you please walk down? Aren't they good-looking girls? Woo-hoo! Thank you. Thank you very much. They are also first responders. So in case you're in a traffic accident or whatever, they will be there to help you. The next person we're going to call upon is Roger Jarvin of the United Illuminating Company. The UI is a regional distribution utility providing electricity and energy related services to more than 320,000 customers in the greater New Haven and greater Bridgeport area. We could do the electric slide. UI has a service area of about 335 square miles, serving roughly 21% of Connecticut's population. United Illuminating will never show up at your door unannounced, and its employees always carry an identification card. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Red Hat. Now, never open your door to someone that you haven't called, okay? So if you hear, "Come to clean your furnace, ma'am," do not open the door unless they have made an appointment with you and it is your repair company, your furnace repair company. We have Santa Energy here today. And Santa is represented by Rich DiGiovanna. Rich is one of Santa's service technicians. Today, Rich is wearing a navy blue polo with a Santa logo and navy pants. The Santa uniform can also consist of a navy t-shirt or sweatshirt, depending on the weather. Plus, Rich is wearing his Santa ID badge, so he can be identified as a Santa employee. In addition, you can easily distinguish a Santa technician or oil driver by Santa's signature bright yellow, red, and white vehicles. For their customers' safety, Santa Energy will never show up without an appointment previously made by the customer. Therefore, you should never allow anyone in your home that doesn't have a recognizable logo on their vehicle. If you have doubt, turn the person away. It's better to be safe than sorry. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Santa. And now, guess what? It's his first day on the job, so let's give him a real round of applause. Okay, this is Peter Carey, and he is from UPS. UPS was founded in 1907 as a messenger company in the United States. It has grown to a $42 billion corporation. UPS workers will always be seen in the company's signature brown uniforms, and one identifying feature is when they wear their shorts, they wear brown socks, brown UPS socks, but unfortunately a little cool today for that. They also arrive in a brown UPS truck and will ask for packages to be signed on an electronic clipboard. Thank you, Peter, and we wish you lots of luck with your new career. Thank you. Okay, the Orange Police Department, your fabulous, fabulous Orange Police Department. We have Officer Robert Cafaro and Officer Petroselli, escorted by our beautiful, beautiful gals. The Orange Police Department has 41 sworn personnel and 12 civilians. Officer Cafaro is wearing a normal gray shirt, notice the patch, and the high hat, very similar to a trooper hat. Officer Petroselli has the baseball cap on, but notice the uniform. Thank you very much, Orange PD. American Medical Response. These wonderful, wonderful people, whenever you call for the ambulance, come to your home. David Sullivan, a paramedic, and Krista Pickering, an EMT, escorted by our wonderful Red Hat. American Medical Response is a private ambulance service utilized by communities in the greater New Haven area. AMR employees will come to your home in the ambulance when called to respond to an emergency. You can see their badge. On their shirt will have a patch clearly identifying the person as an AMR employee. And they are wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Don't these red hats look absolutely beautiful? They are so special. All right, the U.S. Post Office. Janine Graham of the United States Post Office, an independent federal agency. They deliver to 146 million homes and businesses 6 days a week. And it delivers nearly half of the world's mail. Janine, want to just hang up here a little bit with us? Okay. Janine's uniform features the postal eagle, which is presents on every uniform of the post office. Also, Janine is carrying her satchel and her computer scanner, which she uses on a daily basis. Thank you, Janine, and thank you, Red Hat. And now we have Detective Frank Tomaselli of the Milford Police Department. The Milford Police Department is a full-service law enforcement agency. Give them a big hand. Which provides patrol, investigative, and traffic services to a city of more than 50,000 residents. Detective Tomaselli is wearing a typical police uniform today. Detective Tomaselli has something to talk to you about, and that is about people impersonating police officers.
Speak up there.
Here you go, sir.
Just want to advise you that when you get stopped by a police officer, you need to know that he's a policeman by looking at his badge to make sure he goes from the town that he is a policeman. Besides having a badge and a nameplate and all the stuff that goes with it. You get stopped by a policeman, you feel it's a dark area, pull to a well-lit area and a populated area. Keep your lights flashing so you can have know people that you're around in the area. Also know that this doesn't just happen in Milford and Orange. It happens all through the state. So just be aware of it and tell your neighbors and tell your friends. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much, Detective Tomaselli. Now, you heard Detective Tomaselli say, in case you are uncomfortable with the fact that an officer is trying to stop you, and you are in an area, it's dark, you're uncomfortable, you don't feel as though it is a police officer, put your flashers on. Put your flashers on, because in case it is a real police officer, they know you know they're there, and go to a well-lighted area, okay? Go to a well-lighted area. And if you have a cell phone, call 911 and say, you know, I'm uncomfortable. It's an unmarked car, they're trying to stop me, there's a light flashing. What's happening? What should I do? Okay? All right, well now we've got the leader of the pack. We have Officer Demerjian, the motorcycle PD of the Milford Police Department. Totally different vehicle, totally different uniform. Is he cool or what? Now, you know, if you see those lights and that chasing you, you better stop. Now you can see he has a totally different uniform. He has the leather jacket on, but of course it has the patches on the side, and the vehicle is well identified as City of Milford. Thank you very much. That was really cool. Does anyone have any questions? Any crime prevention questions about letting people into your home? With our officers here, any questions you have for the officers? Yes. I'm sorry? You just got here? Well, a lot will be in your book. We have given you all crime prevention books, so when you go home, you can actually read all about this. Lots of great tips in there. And you'll also have your sticker for your door. So on behalf of People's United Bank, we'd like to thank you for joining us this afternoon. We'd especially like to thank Mayor Riccitelli and First Selectman Zioli for taking time out of their busy schedules with us today. And I see a really, really good friend of mine who's probably going to be mad at me, but I see Detective Vaughn Dumas, your crime prevention person from the Milford PD. Vaughn, come on up. Vaughn, come on up. Come on, I've worked with him for so many years, and he is truly one of the best crime prevention officers in the entire state of Connecticut. Vaughn, do you have anything you want to say to the people?
Just stay safe. Stay safe. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to the Westfield Connecticut Post for allowing us to use this wonderful space and for all their hard work, and especially to Jeanette Morgan. Jeanette, where are you?
I'm serving coffee.
She's serving coffee. Thank you so much. Let's give her a real round of applause. Thank you to the Milford and Orange Senior Centers and their triads. And a special thanks to Dennis Marsh. Dennis, you did a great job. And to Mary Steinmetz, where are you? Mary, fabulous job.
She's right here with me.
Ah, Mary's serving coffee too. Okay, and special thanks to People's United Bank, to my colleagues, and to Sylvie. Sylvie, where are you? Sylvie Sabui of our Orange branch. Where are you? There she is. She did a fabulous job. Thank you, Sylvie. And to Samantha Brown of our Corporate Communications Department, who planned all the music and helped with everything. Thank you all so much. And I hope you will stay and enjoy the goodies. And please share those books with your friends, because if they're not here today, they're not armed with the weapon of awareness, and we want everyone to be. Thank you.